I think I want to begin by saying, General, thank you for your service.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. You know, listening to your testimony, you know, you inspire hope. When I think about justice for Jocelyn Smith, Babita Yakoran, Mpho Mulifi, Nathaniel Julius, Pamela Mabini, Bauer van Niekerk, my fellow committee member, Honorable Sitole from the IFP, and my cousin, Etienne Langefeld. We're still waiting for justice. And so when I hear you, I see you, it inspires hope. But when I sit in this seat, of course, I cannot choose a side. I must be fair. I must question you on things that I need clarity on. But I'm confident, you know, that you will handle it like a master. So let's walk together through my clarity-seeking exercise. Let's start with section 9 of volume 1 that deals with who you are. I'm very interested to know, General, are you related to the anti-apartheid hero, Mkhwanazi riot, Mkhwanazi?
No, I'm not related.
I was going to say, so that means the fighting for justice is in your blood.
He is Mkhwanazi. It might be the blood indeed, but I don't know him.
Yesterday in your testimony, you said the following, open quote, sometimes we do not divulge more on what we are doing as a strategy, close quote. What about that strategy can you share with us here today?
We apply different strategies very different with different cases, honorable member. If we are asking me about what we are busy with in how we are dealing with the challenges that brings us here together in as far as the involvement of the minister, Gerald Spear, the Matlalas, the Brand Mokhozis, and everything that we're talking about, it's in different folds. On one side, we have the investigation, we have intelligence, and we have a prosecution part of the strategy. Then we have a communication plan that we are putting, that we have, that is unfolding. We are at war with the enemy. At times, Sun Tzu will say to you, do not make the enemy to know what you're busy with. If you are far, make him think you're close. If we are close, we are close, then you must then attack if need be. If we are weak, make him believe that you're strong, and you know, so forth. We cannot tell you exactly what is it in details that we're doing, but what we started doing has helped us to place cases in court. The cases, ordinarily, they were not going to get there. So we started seeing results in as far as that is concerned. What we did has allowed us to get our case dockets back in KZN, and we were able to service the client in the province. And we have cases now we've registered in KZN to try and deal with the bad things happen. So that's why I'm saying that the strategy will talk about the softer approach on how we're winning this battle. And at the same time, we have the hardcore approach that we're dealing with. We have members running that are currently on training to make sure that they can face whatever may come. that we are training by the use of task force, the TRT, the NIU, and many others, to equip them to be ready for the war that might come. As and when it comes, we are ready as the police to deal with it. We have employed a different strategy to make sure that investigations are not disturbed by mixing the team that is investigating with highly trained members, honorable members. For instance, the special task force in the police, the special forces in the military were never part of our operations, but they are part of this one. It is a level of risk that we have. So once we invite the special task force to an operation of this nature, we better explain to them the threat and let them understand it. And once they understand it, then they help us develop a plan of how we're going to counter them. So as we are executing our strategy, we start seeing results in some instances of the strategy that we're busy with. We cannot necessarily present it for one to know exactly because the enemy is within. We said on the 5th of March in Parliament that the people we're investigating are in that portfolio committee on the 5th of March. I said it on record. You can listen to it. That's why we can't talk much about it, because we know that they are within. And they will take whatever plans you have and they're going to go and counter that. But the honest reality that we know is that we are dealing with dangerous people. We are dealing with people that have got influence in the public. They've got influence in the media space. They can do different things to make you be discouraged. We needed to mitigate against this malicious arrest happening. We needed to mitigate against further arrest, which was a strategy they were employing to neutralize everything, is that send them to court. Then we said, okay, well, let's go directly to this one. As we speak, honorable members, and we can tell you that, I can tell you that the National Commissioner was in the doorstep of prison himself. Not because he did anything wrong, but because it was part of the plan. That the person who wanted to be the head of DPCI, because of his age, he could not be. The minister was frustrated when he came to the panel about that one. The DG will come here and tell you that. And subsequent to that, the next plan B was to arrest this one so this one can be appointed acting. That was the plan. So I couldn't sit back and allow that to happen. And seeing what is actually happening, that we're going to have a government that has been put into position by criminals through criminal means. And although the start will have been controlling their own political party, but the talks amongst them was that the words of a senior police officer says, DPCI is gold. If you get to DPCI, you've got gold. Here we are, some of us saying we're not interested to apply for that post because it's not giving me any financial benefit because I'm already in the same level as DPCI. But the other one says, no, you see something that I don't see. I see gold for being a DPCI head. Simple because we have, as we investigate what we called inquiries. If we suspect that the honorable member might be involved with something, we register an inquiry. There's no case open. We register an inquiry in order to try and establish what is it that we could be part of. And that inquiry allows us to make 205 applications and get records of this, record of that, record until we get the facts, then we register a case. We arrest you. It's provided for. So once you are then given the responsibility of the highest level of an investigation team in the country, where you can decide who to initiate this inquiry against, the likelihood is that when you keep scraping, you're going to find something. No matter how minute that what you get, but you're going to find something. So find them something and then you use it. But not use it to prosecute a person. Use it to blackmail the person. Now that we found something on you, we come in, we present to you and say, here's it. You either do this, if failing which, you go to prison. And that's how they take control of the leadership going forward. So that will have been done in a political party, and they were going to levy that into the competitors at the political space when we go towards elections, and eventually they will match victorious at the end of the day when everyone else votes for them. You find people saying that I'm supporting a political party X, not by choice, because that they've got something on him that makes that person to change tune and say, no, I'm supporting this one. We've seen it.